Right.
Alright, hello there guys. We're just about to head out to get a Burger King.
This fucker's taking over my vlog. He's already. He's gone. I'm out of it.
I'm here to talk to you about... Oh fuck, I already gonna fuck.
I'll take your glasses and your bland.
Like you then.
Yeah.
We'll be tell you what, we'll do this on the same level, yeah? We call it B&B, Blind and Blind. Right, basically we're here to talk to you today, guys, about the film 47 Metres Down. Before we head out and get absolutely trolleyed.
No.
I mean, no, that's what I'm here to talk. I don't know what you're here for.
You've seen, how many films did you see yesterday?
5.
We're going to talk about films we've seen.
5.
He's seen 5, I saw 2 yesterday. One we've both seen together, which was 47 Metres, well, we didn't see it together. You watched it and told me
I actually enjoyed it. The first thing
because I hate shark films, I'm terrified of shark films. The Meg scared me, so anything can. But we'll start with 47 Metres Down.
The thing with 47 Metres Down is at the start, the acting, it kind of makes you sick in your stomach. Like, it's not very good, but you know what? I had nothing better to do, so I thought, you know what, I'll stick it out. And once they get past the whole cliche, oh, let's be girls, let's just have a good time on holiday. It's an intense film, and the reason I like this film is because it plays on multiple fears of, well, very common fears, claustrophobia and open spaces at the same time.
And sharks.
Sharks, the darkness, and asphyxiation. It covers all 5 of these, creating nothing but a tense ball of stress. Anyway, there's still bits throughout the film that make you think, oh, that's a bit cringe. There's still a few bits.
I was behind you going...
A few moments later.
It's 2016.
Fuck it.
So basically, obviously, when you go scuba diving, you get one tank, because obviously it's very dangerous scuba diving. You can't go straight up, otherwise bubbles will go to your brain, and you can't swap tanks up underwater because, one, it's technically hard to do, but 2, also because it can cause hallucinations and just mess with your brain. That's the premise of the film and how it's going with that. So basically, they do foreshadow it a bit too hard. Like, they put a lot of emphasis on it, but
yeah, they give it away a bit.
Yeah, you expect there to be something happen. Like,
you might hallucinate, but you don't hallucinate. Yeah, you might hallucinate. By the way, you might hallucinate. Boom! Sister gets grabbed.
It makes you sit there and think, well, fine, she's definitely fucking hallucinating now, isn't she? Like,
yeah.
So her sister gets grabbed by a shark, and about, I don't know, like an hour must have passed or something. Again, unrealistic, but it's a film.
Yeah.
Air lasting that long. So she's there in a cage, and all of a sudden she sees her sister come through on the comm again, or like, yeah, you know how they're in the cage driving underwater.
From this point onwards, I was like, because you said you told me there's a twist, I was like, she's a hallucination. And then she finds her, I'm like, she's still going to hallucination, and then she's not being saved, and they get out.
Yeah,
and
there's a very good scene on the way up that I did enjoy.
Brilliant. That fucking terrified
That
me.
scene was
With
like,
the
it gets very dramatic and very tense when they
like,
get
for the
swim
shit
to the top.
acting, the unrealism, there's a lot of unrealism, there's a lot of shit, it's like extension of disbelief a bit. But it scared me, it's technically did its job.
Yeah, the swim to the top was very tense.
Easy, but no, there's some good stuff in there. The shit with the flare, and when she opens the flare, and they're fucking surrounded.
And dragged under, again you're thinking, bit unrealistic, that when you bite to the leg, she's 1, it's still intact, and 2, she's just
It just keeps grabbing them as well and putting them under.
Yeah.
Like,
they wouldn't,
put them under.
one, they wouldn't have the energy because the amount of blood loss would have happened. But again, it's going to be floating up out of her wounds, and the voices start going crackly. And this is when
I liked it. It was really cool.
It
like,
just
she's
cuts
like, looking
back.
at her hand. There's all blood like floating in the air. It looks like there was water, but she's like above.
Yeah. So then it cuts back to just her there, waving her hand out at the bottom of the ocean, still stuck in this cage, and that would have been a very good way to end it, as Elliot said. Yeah. That would have been a very good, tense way to end it. But yeah, the whole thing was a hallucination. She still just went through all this drama and intensity to get to the back to the top.
Yeah, and she just thinks she's there and her sister's alive, and it turns out she's in a cage. But she gets saved at the end. Like they come down, the people who said they were going to save her, or her, her sister's dead, and she realises this. And it's like it's a good shot. Like she's upset, and the realisation on her face and stuff. But I think it would have just been a lot better if it had just ended of her being cuckoo in this cage, and then like you see a shark swim by the camera, and then you can hear the guy on the radio saying, "They're coming to save you," blah blah blah. And it's like, and it could end. It's like, does she live? Does she not? Because the shark almost broke through it multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's stayed in the cage. I'm surprised I didn't.
So like overall, enjoyable. I mean, I laughed when I probably shouldn't have. Like, she gets her load trapped. I thought it was funny, but it's because of the acting. Number 9, she's like
underwater, I'm gonna die alone.
It's just like, yeah, she has a good reason to be scared. It's just funny. But yeah, overall, there's some good scenes in there. It scared me, but you know, shark films scare me. I'm a pussy when it comes to sharks.
So that's pretty much that film. Good film. I mean, overall, out of 10,
we're doing ratings.
Probably have to do it a 6. If the actor was better.
Yeah, above average.
Yeah, if the acting was better.
The acting was better, it would have been more.
It would have been an 8, 9 on my book. But it's not very often.
I have a soft place in my heart for shark movies. I hate shark movies.
It's the open water. It's the open water I can't stand. It's just nothing.
Which is why I really enjoyed The Meg, because The Meg was so stupid, so goofy, but it also scared me. Because Statham stabs a shark with a fucking sword, dude, in the eye. A megalodon in the eye.
Another film I watched, which I didn't really rate too much. It was good, but its original 2005 was better.
Agree.
Was Kong. That was a film. I mean, there was bits in it when I was just thinking, really.
We say original. There's like hundreds of versions.
Well, yeah,
but like,
the 2005.
Yeah, I fucking love that film. Peter Jackson.
Yeah, it was a good film. That film though, it's just a bit too stupid. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't enjoy it. It's not even that he's
you know
too
when they're
big.
like, it just comes out of nowhere. Like, how did you not, one, hear this giant fucking
exactly,
monkey,
like,
two, see the giant fucking monkey, and how does he
ground
hide?
should be shaking.
He's the size of a mountain. How does he hide?
Exactly. Which is what I'm excited for, is Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, for what it's setting up, I'm down.
Yeah,
especially because Godzilla looks good.
Godzilla, I can't wait to see Godzilla. Like, it was like, I did
next film!
Another shark film, funnily enough, which isn't really worth a discussion. Cage Dive. You know, it was an interesting point of view.
Found footage movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, found footage movie. It was pretty brutal. They're trapped at sea with no boat, no raft. There's a little bit where they get a raft. American Assassin. That was it. I think it was American Assassin. Dylan O'Brien, fucking one of my favourite actors. Definitely. It's just such a good film that, like, straight from the start, you're thinking,
action-wise, story's obviously not amazing. It's just it's a an action movie, but the motivations are good.
Yeah,
it's got a chilling. You can't knock the first scene. It's chilling. I didn't expect it either.
It was like out of the blue, and he's there. He's crawling in the sand, or crawling.
For those who don't know, it's a beach.
Yeah, crawling to his girlfriend who's just been shot by terrorists.
She gets shot again, doesn't she? Like, she's kind of alive.
She's alive, and then the guy who he tracks down at the start of the film guns her down when he's just about to get to her.
Yeah.
And it's just such a good film.
Never get to watch would be a fucking beast.
Like, I like that film especially because it shows off Dylan O'Brien. Like, Elliot agrees with me in this, don't you?
Yeah, it shows that you can
because everyone just looks at him and thinks, he just did, like, other than Maze Runner, he's just on Teen Wolf. That's like just Aim Drain funny.
I want him to be in more comedies, more adult comedies.
Yeah, adult comedies definitely, because he's definitely funny.
I just want him to be in more films. He just doesn't.
He is a good actor. Yeah, very good actor.
Definitely very good. And one of my favourite scenes is the boat fight.
Yes.
Because it utilises, like, if a wave hits the boat, what happens? Having a fight, wave hits the boat, the boat will fucking smash the ceiling.
Yeah. I'm going to have to abandon you and put my glasses back on now.
It's fucking leaving me, look at this.
See, I can do that. You can't.
What would you rate this one?
American Assassin, I'm definitely going to have to go 7, 8.
Yeah, I'd say 7, 8.
7, 8.
I'd say maybe 8.
Done
7,
well.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
7.5.
lived up to what I was told.
Huh?
Definitely lived up to what I was told about it.
Yeah.
It's a good, enjoyable film. Obviously, it's not like, it's fucking fuck me in the bum kind of good film. But,
I don't know what sort of films you're watching.
like, just fuck me. Like,
yeah.
Like, really good films, but it was a really good film. I did enjoy it.
Well,
and I watched Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah, immediately talk about that.
Yeah, that's just like,
really good.
April, that's what I need to say about that. It's fucking April.
Yeah. Well, then it comes back to me. I saw 2 films. I saw 47 Meters Down, and the other film I saw, which I should be more formal. I saw a film called 12 Angry Men, which is a 1970. This is a 1957 classic, but it's probably either one of my favourite films currently, or it's definitely within my top 5. It's just fucking crazy what they do. The whole thing takes place in one room. That's it. It's a jury, and the discussion whether this kid's innocent or guilty. He's an 18-year-old boy. I think he's African American. He's from a slum, and they're like, he's guilty. Like, everyone in the jury, there's 12 people in the jury, and 11 of them are like, he's guilty. And it's going around, they're all doing the vote, and one person, the main character, obviously, he believes there's a possibility that he could be innocent. He's not saying he's not guilty. He's just saying he could be innocent.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole discussion, and then prejudice comes into it, and obviously because of where he's from, and eventually, bit by bit, he chips away, and it's just intense. And the whole film deals with claustrophobia. They change the camera. Like at the beginning of the film, the camera starts quite high up. There's a lot of high up shots looking down at the main character, and this is because it's 11v1. It's everyone versus him. And then in the middle of the film, it's sort of a medium. It's like eye level sort of shots. And that's when, you know, a couple more people are agreeing with him, and they're picking away at all the evidence. And what the main character says is, the case is too perfect. There's too many things that just make it so. And then there's other things that just don't add up. And I think one of the best scenes, it's classed one of the best scenes, and they're saying that, you know, it's a special, unique knife. That when apparently the person who sold the boy the knife that he apparently killed his dad with said that it's unique and it's one of its kind, whatever. And they're all having this huge debate. So
another fight with his father, stabbed him to death, and left the house at 10 minutes after 12. He even remembered to wipe the knife clean of fingerprints. Now, are you trying to tell me that this knife really fell through a hole in the boy's pocket? Someone picked it up off the street, went to the boy's house, and stabbed his father with it just to test its sharpness?
No, I'm just saying it's possible the boy lost his knife, and that somebody else stabbed his father with a similar knife. It's just possible.
Take a look at this knife. It's a very unusual knife. I've never seen one like it. Neither had the storekeeper who sold it to the boy. Aren't you asking us to accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm just saying a coincidence is possible.
And I say it's not possible.
Where did that come from? It's the same knife.
What you're doing?
Where did you get it?
I went out walking for a couple of hours last night. I walked through the boy's neighborhood. I bought that in a little pawn shop just 2 blocks from the boy's house. It cost $6.
It's against the law to buy or sell switchblade knives.
That's right, I broke the law.
he's just chipping away at everyone's, at all the evidence, and you realise every bit of evidence doesn't actually add up. And it's just fucking great. And then by the end of the movie, it's very low shots, making the main character look, you know, empowered and stuff. Yeah, it's good for a film.
Down upon you.
Yeah, for a film, you know, obsessionist like me, it's just wicked. And I've been meaning to watch it for a long time. There's so many films I need to say, so many classics. The film's done.
Before we go, guys, feel free to check out my channel. It's inactive at the moment, but I'm going to be getting back into this stuff. Love It Species, always have, love film. I just had a bit of an off path, but it's alright, I'm getting back on track.
If you want to find it, either Google Callum Gossip or Google YouTube.
Go
to probably one of my videos and look for the most offensive comment.
Deserve it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Right, well, guys, it's been fun, but we are going to go out and explore Northampton now. Maybe try and find ourselves a Burger King. There isn't one.
Burger King! There's going to be one, you know that. We just give away where we live. We'll bleep that. No worries.